So when you designed your program, you made it a specific window of time for a reason. More time meant more transformation, more support, more value. But somewhere in there, something changed. Clients who were engaged or implementing in the first weeks or months start to just kind of go through the motions. Group calls get less attendees. The energy that was there isn't really there anymore. By the time you get to the end and pitch your next offer or ask for referrals, the clients who got the best results say no or maybe later. And if that pattern is familiar, this video is going to reframe something that you've probably never questioned, because the length of your program is a significantly under-leveraged tool that you have probably never used to keep your clients longer, upsell them faster, and get them to refer more. The online coaching and service-based industry has spent the last decade equating length with value. Gosh, where have we heard that before? 6-month programs feel more premium than, say, something that's 8 weeks. Annual 12-month masterminds feel way more luxurious than a 12-week one. And from a pricing perspective, that logic makes sense. More time, more access, more calls. And for a while it worked, because clients enrolled with really high energy and commitment, and the length of the container felt like a really big benefit. But what no one has looked at is how the engagement of the client progressed throughout that container, and whether the clients who made it to the end were still as engaged as they were at the beginning. And when you look at most programs, the data shows that the core transformational result happens within about 30 to 50% of the way through the container. And a client who's only gotten added extra filler between that point and the very end is not a client who's going to be super excited to buy your next thing or send somebody else back to you. And this is really important because every program has its own transformation arc. There's this early phase where everything is new. The client is implementing really fast. They're really excited. They give you a lot of discretionary effort. And there's a middle phase where the belief slows down a little bit, the work gets a little bit harder, and the client needs a little bit more pushing to get through. And then ideally, there's a late phase where the transformation consolidates, results click into place, and the client has a lot of momentum. And that arc works really, really well when the program is built to match the timeline. But when the program is longer than the transformation requires, something else happens, which the client hits their core result, they feel really good about it, and then they look up and realize, I have 3 or maybe even 6 months left in a program that is only promising me I'm going to get the results that I've already achieved. And from that point on, they're continuing to do the motions if they show up at all. And they're not unhappy per se, they're just done. And done clients don't refer. Done clients don't upsell. Done clients don't see any value in continuing to put their discretionary effort into working with you. So the formula is simple. Disengagement risk equals program length minus the timeline to deliver the core transformation. And the bigger that gap, the more disengagement risk is baked into your offer. And no amount of extra content or extra one-on-one coaching. And the back half fixes a structural mismatch between what the client came for and how long you're asking them to stay. So the truth is, program length really isn't a value signal. It's a tool that you can use to manage your client's momentum and to make it more likely for a client to say yes to a referral or an upsell ask. And the question to ask about your program isn't, is it long enough to justify the price? But instead, does this end at the moment when the client's belief and momentum is the highest? Because that is the single best time in the entire client journey to make an upsell or a referral ask. So the question becomes, what is the shortest container where your program delivers a reliable result for a committed client? And for most programs, that number is significantly shorter than what you're currently working with. And remember, I don't want you to think about it as giving less value, because it really isn't. It's actually more value because you're honoring both your time and theirs to make sure that they get a result as efficiently as possible and that you have the absolute best chance at making them worth more to your business. So here's the 3 questions you need to ask yourself to restructure the timeline of your offer. First is, where does the core transformation actually happen? Is it at week 4, week 8, week 16, week 52, wherever it is? Second, what, if anything, happens after that core transformation that genuinely serves the client, that you promised them when they came in that they are genuinely looking forward to? And the third is, what would a client who finishes strong in your current offer want and hope for and expect in a following offer? And sometimes it's as simple as compressing a currently 6-month program into a 3-month one, and then creating a 3-month-long upsell for the clients that are ready to go deeper. It's the same total time, but you're making way more profit per client. Plus, they remain engaged in giving you the discretionary effort the entire time. And referrals are going to go up because clients are finishing with momentum instead of relief that they're finally done. And your upsell conversion rate is going to go up because the ask is coming at moments of peak belief rather than after that belief faded. And your team spends less time managing the disengaged clients on the back end. So everybody wins. So if you want help figuring out whether your program length is working for or against your upsell and referral numbers, comment the word auto below and I will send you a fully personalized custom breakdown on the back end of your business to tell you exactly where you can be making more from every single client that you close.